these are John's slides, but I'm just going to enumerate some of the key findings that he's come up with. We know that we need to keep it simple. Simplicity is important to the developmental students we're working with. Real world relevant examples are also critical to the students we're working with. We've heard that over and over again. Multiple learning styles, we've heard almost at every meeting we've had. That's the reason we're constructing it the way we have. PD, we've heard professional development over and over again. If you're going to make this work, you got to give us a tool so the teachers know how to use it and want to use it. Doesn't look like there's a lot of institutions that are locked into systems now, so this may find a home in a lot of the schools and a lot of the districts you guys represent. And cost. We've heard that, folks, there's some big prices out there to get some of this work done. This is going to come with a MIMRA membership. There's redesign going on around the country. This may play a role in that. And diversity. Not every student comes from the same background, so this has got to speak to the diversity of the students that we're going to be speaking to for this product. John is setting up focus group work right now. I encourage you, if you're interested in participating in this, to get involved and get something set up at your school, your district, your state. This is your product. We're building this for you guys. We represent you. And so you need to get your fingerprints all over this. If this is something that's going to work for you, let's make sure it gets built in a way in which it does work for you. Not just from a product standpoint, but from an enterprise standpoint, so that the pieces work together for the challenges you have, political challenges, financial challenges. Let's get involved and talk about this right now. There's John right there, good-looking guy. And get focus group work done. Finally, I'm going to wrap this up, nod to what's going on with ARA. Susan Patrick is here, joined our meeting. You guys all know Susan. Susan has been leading this effort for the OER providers in the US now for the last 6 months, a year now. It's been a while. You all may know the story of this. When the Obama administration announced the ARRA, the reinvestment funding, we've done some work to make them aware of the fact that OER exists. And we were lucky enough to, some of the early documentation of where they were going mentions open educational resources. This is the April document from last year where they talked about what would be supported investment of ARA dollars, and they mentioned the development and support of open educational resources. If you look at the race to the top, RFP, you'll see it mentions making it available to everybody. It's at the end of the document. We're going to talk about that at the workshop at the end of this meeting tomorrow. But making it freely available, whatever investments made in content or any other tools needs to be made freely available. And similarly with the SAFRA legislation, for those of you who are from community colleges, it's now, as you probably know, it's in the Senate. It was passed by the House. It's somehow ensnarled in the health bill too, I guess. But it is the most clear language around open educational resources. If you look at the legislation, and I'll show that with you guys at the workshop, there's a whole section on making open online courses and making them available to everybody. We're going to be part of this. We're going to be involved in this. Because at the end of the day, we are the National Repository of Online Courses. So this ought to end up in NROC if we can make it happen that way. And may try to direct it such that rather than having a lot of independent efforts that put out a lot of stuff that nobody can use except the people that made it, let's not do that again. We're going to try to get this directed around making materials that are curricularly and technically interoperate for all of us. And Susan is leading the way on that. She's been working in Washington now for 6 months, making sure that awareness is there so that we do our best to get the right language in this legislation to make sure it happens right for us. And she'll probably talk about that, right?